Traditionally, software teams divide responsibilities across an assembly line. A product manager defines the feature, a designer draws it, a coder builds it, and QA tests it. In our organization, that fragmented timeline collapses into a single unified loop. Operating this loop requires a different set of questions. Instead of asking what code to write, a developer identifies the actual problem that needs to be solved. We call this role an AI-native product builder, an owner who takes responsibility for the entire lifecycle: planning, building, testing, deploying, and improving. This expanded scope is possible because of the way we work. We use internal automation, coding agents, and AI tools to handle the mechanical tasks that used to require entire subdepartments. Success is measured by the final outcome. A developer accepts total accountability for the entire journey, from the initial requirement to the live product. Long before writing any logic, a developer's first job is to expose confusion. They ask questions to clarify the business context and client expectations before a single line of code is committed. They convert vague ideas into concrete requirements, defining exactly who is affected, the smallest useful version, and what success looks like. As shown in our documentation guidelines, the planning phase involves recording project intent and decision notes. This process functions as a cognitive framework, forcing a developer to confront technical risks before they become production bugs. Skipping this foundation leads to technical debt. Without a documented plan, implementation often drifts away from the actual business need. During execution, the developer builds the front end. Even without a dedicated designer, they apply basic UI judgment to ensure actions are clear and errors are handled gracefully. Those interfaces connect to back-end systems designed for maintainability. These server logic blocks must be safe to improve. Beneath them sits the database. Data architecture determines how information changes, and poorly structured relationships here eventually break the product. By connecting these layers, a developer protects the user from confusion and the next engineer from technical dead ends. This thoroughness ensures the system remains useful and maintainable long after the initial build. Developers manage this broad workload by relying on coding agents. They use these tools to generate tests, write documentation, and validate their own assumptions. Our agent-assisted protocols require active oversight. A developer must review every generated output and check every assumption, as they remain the final authority on the code. Beyond internal workflows, developers are responsible for integrating AI directly into the product. They design prompts and manage context to create intelligent features for the end user. AI acts as a force multiplier for effort, but the human developer retains sole accountability for the performance and safety of the final product. Quality assurance is an integrated part of this cycle. Testing happens continuously during development, rather than as a separate task at the end. Delivering code requires deployment awareness. The developer understands the environment, recognizes rollback risks, and verifies that every change is ready for a production release. Throughout the process, the developer communicates progress and roadblocks to peers and mentors. Documenting uncertainty early reduces the overall risk for the whole team. Responsibility continues even after the code is pushed. A developer ensures their work actually reaches the user and solves the problem as intended. Our guidelines provide a clear grace period for new hires. On day one, no one is expected to be a perfect architect, a senior designer, or a master of every technology we use. We prioritize specific behaviors from the start: active learning, asking meaningful questions, and using tools intelligently. Growth is driven by the ability to document thinking and improve through feedback. Good performance means raising risks early and building in manageable slices. We accept mistakes as part of the process, provided we avoid repeating the same careless errors. The long-term goal is to evolve every developer into an AI-native product engineer. These are leaders who can identify new business opportunities and design the systems to capture them. The ultimate objective is a resilient owner who progressively masters every stage of the software lifecycle.